Dope House Live. Sitting there chopping it up like Genzu with my man Mbari, BigIndy.net. Sitting there talking about some real shit. So, getting back to the topic what we was talking about, what do you think it's gonna take for these dudes to come to realize, to come together, and start buying up shit? Like you say, a lot of these, even just your average basketball player or football player or whatever, they get these big multi-million-dollar contracts. If they could just take one of them millions and build something in their neighborhood that they came from, a park, a grocery store, or something, that'd, you know what I'm saying, that'd be a big improvement. That'd be a...
Right, we got to get into job creation. We need businesses based around our specific needs in our communities that create jobs as well. So the businesses that are profitable, you know, a lot of people say, well, blacks don't support black business. That's not true. We don't get our hair cut by white people. We don't buy our soul food from white people.
True.
So blacks don't create enough business opportunities for blacks to support black business.
Right.
You know, we'll sit here and watch another person come in and build a corner store on the same corner that was sitting there vacant 5 years that we could have put the store there ourselves.
Right. You're right. You're absolutely right.
But we're looking once again to the dominant culture, the European white culture, and we're trying to move based on how they move. You know, and we're not in the same position they are. You know, they have way more wealth than we got. You know, almost 3,500 to 1 in some cases.
Right.
So we have to use our wealth the right way.
Right.
And we need to quit looking at trying to be the next big liquor company all the time and start looking at what we really need. We need more insurance services in our community.
True.
More brokers that teach people about the stock market in our community.
True.
So there's a lot of things that we're not looking at our basic needs. And it's money in our basic needs. When we're spending $1.5 trillion a year, and only 2% of that is spent amongst black people. So that's $30 billion out of $1.5 trillion. That's what we spend with each other. We letting, you know, over $1.4 trillion go out the door every year, you know, and it's growing every year. So if someone else sees value in coming over here getting our money, why don't we see value in coming over here getting our money?
Right.
You know, where's our black chain of 7-Elevens, our own, with our brand on it?
Right.
You know, instead of 7-Eleven brand that's put into the black community, you can build those for a couple $100,000. Yeah. You know, so we're looking at the trinkets of success, the chains, the rims, the cars, the Coach and Gucci bags. We're looking at all that, but we're not looking at asset-based investing, you know, buying assets that generate money. And that's our problem. And on the entertainment class, all the way down to the regular Joe, who took his tax money in.
Man, this Wild Bill, man, fucking with my nigga Al Capone from Dope House Live, man. Y'all better tune in, man. That shit finna be off the Ricker, boy.
You know, bought a damn Gucci belt instead of putting that down on a fourplex.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So we got a problem from the top to the bottom.
Niggas throwing $30,000-$50,000 in the strip club.
Right.
But they mama living in the projects in the hood in a raggedy ass house driving a raggedy ass car.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, that shit crazy.
It's crazy.
That shit crazy, dog.
It's definitely crazy.
So, man, and it's sad because it ain't a lot of these dudes that's talking all this bullshit ain't trying to tell youngsters what to do with their money and trying to tell motherfuckers what to invest in. All they want to do is beef, talk about a motherfucker, downgrade a nigga, talk about what a nigga ain't got, but they ain't trying to tell a nigga how to get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't need to know every ingredient in your gumbo. I just want to know how to get my gumbo started.
Right. And that's the problem.
Yeah.
We you know, we went out here, no one taught us, but once we figured it out the hard way, we didn't go back to our neighborhood and teach our youngsters. And you see, I don't live here in East Palo Alto, but I've been here for some months. Right. Trying to bring opportunity back to the people here. Some of these people was kids when I was out here in these streets. Right. Well, I didn't even know. You got to introduce me to certain people. Right. So more of us need to be doing that. We get out here and go through our stints of going to jail and doing everything we went through. Finally figure it out. Start a little trucking company, a little janitorial business. And we don't want to come get no protege and show them how to do it. We just want to come shine in front of them. You know, but your mama still live in that same neighborhood. That same person could be robbing your mama in a year or two because he got desperate. You could have been the person that saved him and your mama. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we got it bad with that. I mean, and it ain't just that. The churches is to blame too, because we spent $400 billion with the churches since 1980. And the churches ain't turning around putting no hospitals, no banks up, no real estate investments up. Pastors is going to get Bentleys and Maybachs. Yeah. With money that the church is the biggest business in the black community. So TD Jakes, where you at? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And some of these other big pastors, where y'all at? Creflo Dollar got a $26 million home. Yeah. What kind of bullshit is that?
Crying because motherfuckers won't come together and buy him a $90 million jet.
Right.
Man, that's totally disrespectful.
Totally disrespectful.
I would never go back to that nigga church ever again after that stunt right there.
Yeah, and then I seen him say, basically, that it's criminal. You don't want to give tithes. We wish we can, or damn near get you arrested for not putting tithes in the church. So
he can go buy a motherfucking private jet to fly his family around. Right. Well, my family car barely making it to the motherfucking church on Sunday. Right.
Scandalous, totally scandalous.
That shit crazy, man. Like I say, man, I watched the little YouTube video. Matter of fact, I'm gonna edit that shit and put this shit on this show. That Creflo Dollar on there crying about his followers that won't come together and buy him a motherfucking airplane jet. Man, I would never go back to that fool church ever again. No. My mama would never go back to that nigga church.
In 1999, Creflo Dollar Ministries purchased a 1984 aircraft for the specific purpose of reaching the world with the gospel of Jesus Christ. But on a recent trip, the 30-year-old aircraft experienced a mechanical failure.
If you lost an engine, especially going to Hawaii, you're stretching, being able to get back to land. And so we was about an hour and a half out when the engine flamed out.
By the grace of God and the experience of a qualified flight crew, the CDM ministry team arrived safely in Australia. However, challenges with the aging aircraft continue.
As airplanes get older, they get less reliable.
The plane's 30 years old, and this is nothing that it's not like a car where you can pull over on the side when something goes wrong. And I knew it was time to begin to believe God for a new airplane.
And in late 2014, Taffy Dollar and the Dollar's 3 daughters were aboard the aircraft. Set to depart London and return to the United States, a mechanical issue caused the plane to skid off the runway and leak fuel. They were forced to evacuate.
Accidents like that end up in an explosion. But there was a grace working on that airplane and brought my girls back home to me. You understand what I'm saying?
Today, the plane is permanently out of service, but the work of the ministry must go on.
We have offices on multiple continents, and our ministry stretches across television, personal appearances, and meeting the needs of people all over the world.
This is the Dope House Live, y'all, signing out. My man Mbari, BigIndy.net.
Come sign up, it's free.
Matter of fact, let's kick it a little bit about Big Indy, what you got going on.
Okay.
You finally got it up and running, everything is, gelling together?
Yeah, Big Indy is up after 7 years of planning and struggling and everything else. But yeah, it basically is a black-owned network, television, radio, film, movies, social networking, has its own store in there where you can buy and sell your own products, has its own academy in there where you can sell courses and learn things from courses. It has its own donation platform built in it where you can raise money without Kickstarter, GoFundMe, all these other donation crowdfund platforms who don't really care about you. I've been telling people on Instagram, matter of fact, you're trying to raise money on Kickstarter, you only raise so much of the money, then Kickstarter return all the money back. You don't get nothing. That's what happened in the case of Black and Mobile. They were on Philly's television station, news station. They wanted to raise $100,000. They only raised $15,000. They got 5 days left from this day, 5 more days. They're $85,000 away. And Kickstarter about to send all that money back that they raised. So they blew all that time to get no money.
Why are they sending the money back?
Because that's their policy. If you don't raise all the money, then they send it back to the people. Big Indy's policy, I got Indy Starter inside of my platform. We don't have that policy. Any dollar you raise, you get. Period. Straight to your PayPal.
Right.
So
tell them how to, for all y'all listening, and what, man, the shit that he's saying, man, y'all need to really listen to and pay attention to, because he's the first of his kind, man. That's a media site, a media platform that's providing all these services to the people.
Right.
Man, y'all better,
music streaming.
Yeah.
And it has its own YouTube video sharing inside of it as well. So you can stream your music, sell your music, pay people can download your music. And yeah, it's when you're trying to talk to our people and say, look, we got alternative source for you. They're so addicted to Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, not knowing that these bigger sites, as soon as they get tired of you expressing your voice contrary to what they want, they're going to just shut you down, like they did Louis Farrakhan.
Right.
And like I was telling you earlier, you have the Muslims here talking about let's boycott Facebook because they won't let Louis Farrakhan on. And I'm like, shoot, we got our own Facebook in the same community as Facebook is. Big Indy is here. Right behind Facebook is Big Indy.
2 streets away, y'all.
2 streets away. So there ain't no need for you to be trying to boycott Facebook because they won't let you speak against their interests when you can come to a black-owned site and say what the hell you want to say whenever you want to say it. Don't make sense.
Damn, that shit crazy, man. That shit's totally crazy, man. The Dope House Live, man. You can check me out, too. This man right here helped me put my platform together. TheDopeHouseLive.com. And BigIndy.net, man. That's how we rocking, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And tune in every Friday night, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna continue to pick this man brain, and I'm gonna have some, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drain him for all the info I can get for y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because the shit that he's spitting is real important for all y'all entrepreneurs out there, especially black entrepreneurs out there. We live in an age right now where you can make a fortune for your bedroom, man. Y'all better take advantage of it. The Dope House Live, signing out.
Peace.
Holla back.